My next guest, he is not only an undefeated professional fighter with a record of 14-0, but he's a multiple organization world champion. You can catch him on his next fight this April on the PFL on ESPN2 and ESPN Plus. Please welcome my guest for this week, Mr. Jason, the Specimen Soares. How you doing, Jason?
Yo, thank you. I appreciate you guys for having me on. And yeah, I'm looking forward to April 23rd and putting on a good show.
Awesome. I'm very, very excited to see you. Now, Jason, could you tell the audience what you do and who you're signed with now?
Okay, so I obviously am a professional fighter. I'm signed with PFL. PFL being a new organization, I believe this is their third year, and they run a tournament style format. So it really is. I love the style. It's best man wins. It's not who talks the most, who gets lucky or whatever, something like that. It's just you keep on winning. You run through the bracket, and the best man is gonna be the champion. It's not gonna no politics, nothing. And it's a bunch of top fighters, and we'll be fighting on ESPN, and it's going to be a great show.
It's gonna be a very, very exciting one for you now. Now you're going into this fight 14-0. You've done a lot of great things in your career. Again, multiple organization world champion. How's that feeling like for you right now, man? As you're going into this fight.
It's good, like I mean, obviously winning is a habit, so well, keep on winning is good. But yeah, no, I still have a lot to prove, a lot to do. I want to accomplish a lot more, and obviously, I want to win a lot more. So, it's just another organization, another organization I want the belt to, and that's what I'm gonna do this year.
Now, Jason, what interests you about PFL? Is it just the tournament style based format that they have, or what really inspired you to just to go in there and sign with them?
I mean, we reached out to them, we talked to them, and then obviously we got it signed, we worked out a deal and everything. But yeah, no, I love the PFL format. I love that it is just the best person wins, and the best you fight the best, and it's not as political, like in football, NFL is great. You have a schedule, then you qualify for the playoffs, and then you go through a bracket, and the best team wins. It's not about who likes who or whatever. The best quarterback, best running back, they're there because they're the best and they're winning, and that's how sports should be, and that is how most sports are.
Yeah.
But with the UFC and even boxing, nowadays it's become super political and super. You have clown fights going on now. You have how you have Jake Paul fighting this guy and
That's
Conor
pretty nice.
McGregor. Yeah, and Conor McGregor getting title shots and George Masvidal getting title shots when these guys are coming off of one win. So it's just it's how sports should be. And if you look at pretty much every other sport, it's the best people are playing the best people in hockey, football, baseball, soccer, everything. It's not, you never have a situation where you have a number 10 team playing for a championship unless they deserved it and they won at the ranks, and then they're not number 10. Obviously they deserve to be there.
Yeah. Now, how many fights are there in the first round before you qualify for the playoffs for my audience that may not watch PFL?
Okay, so the way it works is we're gonna fight two times this year, two
Okay.
regular season, they're called regular season fights.
Yeah.
And based off of you win and how you win and the points you accumulate by winning, you get different points for just winning decision, winning first round finish, all that
Yeah.
stuff. Then we're gonna fight, and I'm not sure if I think it's August or September. I'm not sure the exact date. They haven't announced it. But then we'll fight two times in one night. That's for the playoffs in the bracket, and then you'll fight one more time in the final. So it's a total of 5 fights to win the whole tournament.
Awesome. Now, as far as fighting in itself, how long have you been training, Jason?
I've been training MMA specifically since 2008. So yeah, we're going on 13 years now.
And what got you going into saying that, oh, fighting, like this is what I want to do?
So I used to watch Matt Hughes, and then turned
Matt
into
Hughes.
George. Yeah, Matt Hughes, the man. I loved him. Then GSP. Back in when I was like, I don't know, I guess probably early 2000s, 2002, whatever. And I liked it. I was in middle school, and I'm like, man, I want to do that. So going into high school, I knew we had wrestling, and I'm like, I'm gonna wrestle, but I only wanted to wrestle because I knew that it was a great base, like Matt Hughes and George St. Pierre, for MMA. So I decided when I was in about sixth grade, I wanted to fight, and then so I started wrestling in high school, and then as soon as high school wrestling was over, I transitioned to MMA gym, and it's been one step after another.
Now, Jason, so do you still remember like how you felt like when you had your very first professional fight?
Yeah. I was super anxious and super excited about it. Probably most excited I've been about that fight. We flew to Mexico, Monterrey, Mexico, and fought in Mexico for my first professional fight. It was fun, but I honestly wasn't that nervous for that one. I've been way more nervous for other ones. That one I was just super excited.
Now, as you run through these string of wins, though, is there a point where it just becomes clockwork for you, where you're just able to tune everything out, or if there's is there some sort of nerve that goes behind every single fight that you have?
Yeah, I mean, there's always nerves. There's a
Okay.
lot of pressure. Undefeated record, winning. Period. I want to win really bad. So there's a lot of pressure that goes with that. Um, but I mean, it's normal to have some kind of some kind of nerves and stuff like that. But I'm pretty rational about it at the same time too. I just want to sort of show up and fight.
Yeah.
Cage doors closed. We do this all the time. It's time to fight.
For sure. Now, what do you do to keep yourself focused? As you're going in through this undefeated streak that you have. 14-0. A lot of people say it's a very legit record, and it's a huge accomplishment to be undefeated so far. What does Jason do to keep himself calm and fully invested in every single thing that he's doing to stay on that path?
I mean, one, for as far as being calm in the fight, it's about putting in a proper camp. Being comfortable and happy with how prepared I am. So that's definitely huge. Two, I mean, I am hungry, and I think when I'm not hungry anymore and I don't want to win anymore, obviously that's it's time to retire. But we're nowhere near that point. I am super hungry. I want to win really bad, and that's why I put in all the hard work during camp, and that's what I'm putting in the hard work in today, and yeah, it's just about training and just keeping your blinders on, like not getting cocky, not getting anything, and just working. This everything. He's got hard work, hard, smart work.
And so, where are you training at right now as you're getting ready for your next fight?
So I'm in Miami, Florida, at the Freestyle Fighting Academy.
Okay.
I've been here since day one, since 2008. I train under the Avalon brothers, Marcos and David Avalon, and yeah, they're my head trainers forever. I also trained Eric Castano El Tigre. He's a very prestigious striking coach. He trains a lot of the world champion boxers and stuff. But I train these guys, and it's really who I've been with since the beginning of FFA, and it's great. It's my home.
What's the best piece of advice you've gotten when it comes to how to keep up tempo with your body and just have a good, clean, healthy lifestyle that you're living through right now as a fighter?
The best advice. Okay, so
Yeah.
best advice one is just pretty much what you said. Like, yeah, I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I've never done drugs in my life. And I don't do any of that stuff. So number one is being healthy, clean, and a legit lifestyle. Like the getting taken care of, like getting rid of all that waste. And then number two is finding a good gym, good coach, and put in the work. Like it's just hard, smart work. Like just like you said, living clean, healthy lifestyle, and working hard. For me, I've actually had to learn not to overwork my body. And I know a lot of people that I don't like the terms it's used too much. Be like,
Yeah.
oh, I overtrained or whatever. It's super, super hard to overtrain. You have to be a man, have to be a sick person to be able to overtrain. Most people, when they say they're overtrained, they didn't really overtrain. But I have in the past done it before, and you have to get a lot of sleep. And every day can't be a war, but you obviously can't be slacking every day either.
Yeah, I mean, every day, as a fighter, and from the people that I've talked to, it's just an all around clock. It's not just going to the gym and going out there and performing on fight day. It's the amount of sleep you're getting. What kind of food you're eating. Drinking if you drink, or whatnot. How that's affecting your body. So I can definitely see that. Now, what's been the most memorable moment in your mixed martial arts career so far?
Oof, I don't know. Most memorable moment. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I've had some good fights. I've never been super, super happy with any of my fights,
Okay.
and things that happen. Most memorable moment. I mean, I don't know. I probably getting knocked out with a knee in the middle of the fight and coming back. That's pretty memorable.
Yeah. For sure. Well, let's talk about this April 23rd fight that you have. What can we expect from you going into PFL?
I mean, if you ever watch my fights, lots of people haven't. This is the first time fighting on like ESPN, or this is the biggest platform I've fought on so far. But I just go. Like I'm a hard worker. I go forward, and I'm always gonna fight. Like doesn't matter if I'm winning, if I'm losing, I'm gonna keep on coming, and I'm gonna get the job done. I'm gonna I'm looking for the finish. I think I have 14 fights, 12 finishes.
Yeah.
The only reason I didn't finish one is because my shoulder was out. Another one, just the guy was tough.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm gonna finish. That's for sure. Like I'm gonna finish this guy in the second round, most likely. And it'll be a good fight.
Yeah, it's also very interesting. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not going to pretend that I know how to pronounce the name. I don't want to go out here and say it, mispronounce it. But it's a 15-0 fighter, so it's a battle of undefeated. So I mean, obviously, there's a little bit, I'm not going to say there's a little bit more at stake, obviously, but obviously you have goals. He's got goals. Both of you want something, and you're standing in each other's way. So it's going to definitely be a
Exactly.
very, fun-filled fight. What is your goal in MMA, Jason?
My goal in MMA is to retire undefeated. I'd like to
Okay.
finish out somewhere like a 30-0 or something like that. And I want to win. I want to win multiple belts, and I want to be one of the best, if not the best 145ers out there. When people like say 145, I think like personally, of course everyone thinks this, but I really genuinely believe I'm the best 145er in the world right now. But if you say who's the best 145 in the world to 10 people right now, no one's going to say my name. So I want to make it that way.
For sure, without a doubt. Now that's the goal. Now, when it comes to PFL, the goal is to win everything. You're as confident as you could be. I'm sure you're very excited to be able to compete in this fight now. But have you paid attention to like other outside competition or other promotions like the UFC or Bellator or any of the other fighters that have to offer? And how do you feel like you match up well with those guys?
Yeah, so I'm not the biggest fan with MMA. Like I don't watch all the pay per views. I don't watch the UFC, Bellator, even
Yeah,
PFL. I don't watch I don't watch it much of it. I do other stuff, and I train hard and do all this stuff. But I do know like who they are. I think I smash the UFC guy. I don't know his name, Volkanovski.
Volkanovski.
I think he's a weak champ. He's just like good at everything, not
Hmm.
great at anything. And I think Pitbull is really good.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, I think the 145-pound Pitbull smashes that guy. But yeah, that I do watch and I see all the competition. There's some really good guys out there, and then there's some guys out there that are like up there that really aren't that good.
No, well, I love how straightforward you are, man. So I definitely like that. So other people may want to like, go around the question, but I definitely appreciate you being straightforward with that. With that being said, as we're wrapping up the interview, Jason, is there any advice you'd like to give to anybody that's maybe trying to aspire to be able to get to the level that you're at? Maybe just getting to be able to compete, be an undefeated fighter, or just maintain the level of productivity that you have?
I mean, the biggest advice I'd give to anyone with it regarding anything that they want to do is just, you have to work hard, and not only you have to work hard, you have to work smart, hard, smart work. And don't let anything discourage you. If you want to do this stuff, I wanted to do this since I was in sixth grade. And I started, just like mapping out my plan, doing wrestling, then going to training. And it's just been, one step after another. And I've been putting in work. I've had lots of bad things happen to me, like super bad things, and like roadblocks and stuff like that. But um, I keep on trucking, and now we're here, and now I'm fighting ESPN 2, and I'll be getting $1 million this year.
Hey, so your prediction is second round finish going into this fight.
Second round finish. I'll finish this guy. Yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, that was Jason, the Specimen Soares. Thank you, Jason, for joining me on the show for today. I appreciate your time, brother.
Thank you, bye. I really appreciate it, man. You have a great day.
You too. And all the audience listening, thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you all. Be safe. Have a safe, great week. I'll catch you later, guys. Goodbye.